breaking news here at Westminster, where it has been confirmed by the Prime Minister that the United Kingdom has officially left the European Union. I believe we can hear from him now. I can confirm the United Kingdom has left the EU. Now, details are still emerging as to exactly how this deal will affect football, and we will get back to you with those details as soon as they become available to us. Back to you in the studio.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 17 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. And today we have a Welsh League Cup semi-final, and then we play the final game of the Welsh Premier League before the split against Cardiff Met Uni. But the big news, breaking political affairs, world news here on The Impossible Dream. The United Kingdom has left the European Union. As part of the negotiations, there are no changes to the current work permit system and no new restrictions on EU players. So it's as you were in terms of football. We're not going to get into what it means politically outside of football because that's not why we're here. But there we go. So basically, that is good news for us, I think, moving forward, because it means that we will be able to sign players from anywhere in Europe, which means we'll be able to get sort of the cheap youngsters from elsewhere outside of the UK. So that is good news, I think, for the save moving forward. Now, if we have a quick look at the medical centre, there's more bad news for Serafino because he's only got injured himself again. This time it's a twisted ankle. He was out for a month. He's about a week or two away from coming back. I mean, it's pretty much been a write-off for him this season. It's a real shame. I do worry a little bit for him long-term, to be honest, because it's really going to have hurt his development this year. So that just kind of is what it is. We've done okay without him so far, so it's not the end of the world, I don't think. Now, a couple of other games to catch you up on before we get to our semi-final here, starting with our league game against Afan Lido. We went down to 10 men early, but still took the lead late in the first half through Brew. And we doubled our lead within a minute when Edwards crossed for Henry Jones. There was the third goal in as many minutes when Afan Lido pulled one back, but we hung on for the win. So we were comfortable, I'd say, even going down to 10 men. It was 2 minutes of madness for the goals. Look at that, Brew and Henry Jones with the goals. One got pulled back, and I was a little bit concerned, but we pretty much saw the game out from there. Vieira's red card was just an absolute assault, two-footed lunge from behind. If there was something worse than a red card, if a policeman had been there, it probably would have been an arrest as well. It was horrible. It was really, really nasty. Next up, we played Penybont in the league. Brew gave us an early lead with a stunning strike, but we were pegged back immediately. Neto and Edwards combined for Henry Jones to put us back in front, before Jones extended the lead on the stroke of half-time all by himself. Neto crossed for Brew in the second half to give us a 3-goal lead. But 2 late goals for Penybont made for a nervous end to the match. This was a really, really tough game for us. Really, really tough. You can see by the match stats, it was essentially even the player ratings tell you the story. It was not a good game for us in terms of dominating. Henry Jones was absolutely superb in this one. He played a 9.1. He just ran the show, and he was honestly the difference between the two teams. So he got us 3 points there. Brew with a double as well. Next up, we played the same team at home this time. We left it late before Allmark headed us to the 3 points. I have to say, I feared this was going to end scoreless, but Damien Allmark came off the bench and saved us. We dominated the game, absolutely smashed them off the park. We just couldn't score. It's one of those games where you kind of fear, like, oh, they're going to score at the end here, aren't they? But in the end, we got what we deserved. It was Allmark off the bench that did it for us. Gosset, you can see, was brilliant in midfield for us in this one. And yeah, there we go. That was job done. If you have a quick look what all that means for the league table, we are still 4 points clear of the New Saints. It's daylight back to Cardiff Met Uni in third. You can see the goal difference is relatively close there as well. We do play Cardiff Met today. If we win that, it's going to come down to our 2 last games against the New Saints, I think, or if somebody happens to slip up before then. We're obviously in the better position, having had with the 4-point gap as well, that if we can afford a slip up or a loss to them and still kind of get away with it. They don't have that luxury from here, I wouldn't imagine. But let's have a look at the team we're sending out against Afan Lido. I think I've nailed that pronunciation. We've got a good record against them. We're in better form than them. You can see the other semi-final is Cardiff Met against the New Saints, so it'll be an interesting final should we get there. They're a cautious, direct playing style there. David Diora, coach team. He's not the worst, but as you would expect at this level, not the best either. Data analysis, we are expecting them to come out in the 4-4-2. We can see there, they're a little bit narrow. We played them earlier, you saw in the recap there, and we were quite good even with 10 men. So you can only be confident as you can be coming into this one. This is a team we're sending out. We are rotating a little bit. We should be strong enough to beat them. And we've got to prioritise the league because the league has the Champions League money attached to it. So it's Louis Gray in goal. It's Kane Lewis, it's Denham, it's Taylor, and it's Riddy and Williams as a back four. It's Jones and Muddy Moo in midfield. Both of these two have signed new contracts. They were both up at the end of the year, and they both signed new contracts for next season, as has Gossett as well. We've signed him to an extension. It's Waite, Venables, and Molyneux in behind Buston Brew up top. Olmark is just not quite fit for 90 minutes because I silly played him in an under-19s game. The reason I did that is because he needed match sharpness, and yeah, he's just not quite come up for this one. But we'll hopefully bring him off the bench if that opportunity arises. All right, so tell them do it for the fans. We're just going to take some pressure off here, I think. Just go out there, relax, boys. The result should come. We haven't had a cup final yet. Despite winning the league last year, we didn't do too well in the cups. So, it would be nice this year to... Obviously, we want to go and win the league again, because as I said, that's where the big money is for us. But a nice cup final would be nice as well. Maybe a cup trophy. Add to the collection in my office there. We'll give it a get creative here nice and early on. The transfer window has now opened. I am looking to loan out... is it Dixon? Ewan Dixon, our young attacking midfielder, just to get in some football for the second half of the season. He's not really playing as much as I would like so far. That's a penalty, is it? Yes, someone's been hauled down there. It's Denham. Venables is going to take it. Of course, he announced his retirement last episode if you missed that. So it would be nice to win a trophy for him. But Ken Captain, courageous. Oh, that is a horrible penalty by Venables. Straight down the middle, and the goalkeepers just stood there and laughed at him. Come on, boys, let's show some passion. What we don't want that to do is put Venables completely off his game here. We can move Waite inside and bring Liam Edwards on to play on the right side of our attacking trio in midfield there. So we have options, but ideally, here's a good ball. Buston Brew for Waite. Buston Brew's more than just a goal scorer. Oh, Waite is nothing more. We needed that the other way around. We needed Waite to Buston Brew, didn't we? Not Buston Brew to Waite, unfortunately. Come on, boys. Let's give it a get creative here. Denham over a free kick. There's a good ball for Waite. There's definitely some space down the side, isn't there now? Can Waite do better this time? No, I mean, it's on target, so I guess he has done a little bit better. Let's maybe look to go attacking here right before the break if we can. Venables is absolutely having a nightmare. We'll try and perk him up at half-time, but you do wonder a little bit if maybe, if we can get a goal and make us favourites to win. Let's passionate. Come on, boys. You're capable, mate. You're capable. I mean, we've only seen Buston Brew really with a wonderful ball for Waite. Nobody else is really covering themselves in glory here yet, are they? We're really struggling on YouTube lately, aren't we? We're doing okay in between. And as I said last episode, I think some of that is my team talk. I think I get a little bit too excited for the recorded games and sort of don't think about my team talk enough and don't say what I usually have been saying and just go out there and do your thing, boys. But there's no excuses here because I did sort of the usual team talk. I'm really regretting not having Henry Jones on the bench, I've got to say. How long do we give Venables to turn things around here for us? I think he's just about worn out his welcome, hasn't he? So let's bring Liam Edwards on for Venables. We stick Waite in the middle. I mean, Molyneux's not doing great out there either. The thing is that we've essentially dominated the game. We really haven't seen anything from them as of yet. I've jinxed that, haven't I? Molyneux nods that down there for Jordan Jones. Jones has a decent ball. Edwards can't quite win it, and here it is. Of course, we've got our fullbacks getting forward. We've gone straight past the defender. Can Taylor get back? Can he get back? It's a bit of a panicked shot there, and we've just about got away with that. All right, what can we change here? Let's maybe lower the tempo a little bit. Let's be more expressive, and let's see where that gets us. Gets us a corner. It's Buston Brew at the back post. And he can't quite get the job done from there. What do we say to this? We'll wait for after this highlight. Taylor with a You can see he's looking for Buffs and Brew. Waite's going to pick that up, though. He loses out. Jordan Jones will pick up the loose ball. And what can we do? Jones with a good ball there for Muddy Moo. What can Muddy Moo do? Oh, he's taken too long. And you do fear a little bit here, a counter-attack, don't you? Here it comes. And what's happened there? He's offside. Maybe a little bit lucky there. Waite is not having a good game in the middle. We don't really have another number 10 to put on. Denham there just over the bar. Come on, boys. Come on. Get creative here. Come on. Come on. I don't know what happens if I'm assuming it'll go to extra time if we get there. Another highlight starting with us with possession. Muddy Moo out there for Ridian Williams, who is a bit of a liability to be honest, but he's not done too bad so far. Edwards, there's a good ball for Waite. Can James Waite, third time of asking. He's at least drawn. He's getting closer, isn't he? He's made the keeper tap that round the post. Now, can we do something from the corner here? Ball goes in. We're not looking good from corners, are we? It looks as though my corner routine has not been set up there. It looks default, doesn't it? And I'm not quite sure why that is. It shouldn't be like that. This is it. It's the end of the game. Can we do a late rescue mission? There's a good ball in. It's there. And Liam Edwards has absolutely robbed Afan Lido of a result there. We will go defensive. I mean, I haven't robbed them. We've deserved it. But, yeah, that was a little bit closer than I would have liked. It has to be the last kick of the game. We're 40 seconds over. Their manager must be livid with the amount of stoppage time that's been played here. But finally, a little bit of quality. Kane Lewis with a good cross in, and Liam Edwards at the back post has tapped it away. Not a classic, but it looks as though we are going to be making a final. I don't know where do we go? We're not going to, is it like, hey, Sarah, whatever will be, we're going to the millennium. I don't know where the game's played, but it's a deserved win. Let's not pretend it's not. We've been the better team there, but it should have been a lot more comfortable. To be honest, we look better against them with 10 men. What I think we didn't account for is Venables missing a penalty and then his having his confidence go to get shots. So that didn't help. I'm completely convinced the Zimbabwe manager has come to watch that game. That seems very realistic. But guys, there we go. We're into a cup final. Who do we play in the cup final? Let's have a quick look at that actually. We need to go to the Welsh League Cup. It hasn't taken place yet. Well, we'll come back for the game against Cardiff Met Uni, and we'll find out if we're facing them or the New Saints in the Welsh League Cup final as well. Breaking news here at Bala Town, where manager Aussie Villain has unveiled a pair of loan signings from Wigan and Burnley. Villain was quoted as being delighted with the additions as he looks to close in on a second consecutive Welsh League title. I'm Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist, freezing me tits off in North Wales. Okay, welcome back. Now, first things first, we will be playing Cardiff Met Uni in the final of the Welsh League Cup. That is after they beat the New Saints in extra time. We can see, what are we looking at here? That's the wrong year, isn't it? We want to go here. Semi-final, extra time win for them. All the goals came late, but it is Cardiff Met Uni in the final of the Welsh League Cup, so that's one thing. Now, the next thing are these two signings that we have, and I'm really, really excited about these two. First up, we have on loan from Wigan, Ryan Galvin, a left-back. You can see here, can improve a lot. He's a decent prospect already at first team level, isn't far off. We are not paying a cent of his wages, which is amazing, which is, to be fair, that's the main benefit to him. B- signing, I think he's better than that. He's a left back, sort of a bit of cover for Kelly, which means we can have Kane Lewis just as a right side backup for Nichols. Really good dribbler, decent first touch, tackling and passing is not too bad. Determination, decisions. I think I mean, he could argue that he's almost first choice, but I think dribbling down the left side, I think he could be a really, really good option for us. And hopefully, you can see his contract expires in 5 months. You never know. Maybe we can convince him that Bala Town is the place for him. And the other signing we have here is on loan from Burnley. It says he's a left back. We're going to look to use him more as a centre back. Anthony Glennon, 21 years old. We're paying him $4.50 a week. He's rated as a B signing by the fans, which is fine. Let's have a quick look at him. You can see he's an absolute monster by our standards. Physically, he's just a monster, but in the air, he's a real beast. Good leadership qualities as well. Tackling is not too bad. Like I say, he could be back up at left back if we need it, but I think he's physically and mentally he's up there with anything in the league, I would imagine. Again, his contract expires in 5 months. I'm kind of hoping that we can kind of convince him that, mate, this is the place for you. Wales is a beautiful country. So let's hope that that comes off for us. But the other thing is we have sent out on loan our youngster here, Ian Dixon. He's gone up to Connors Quay to join Marty Anderson up there in their revolution. So I'm thinking first team football for him for the rest of the year. That can only benefit him. Come back next year when we don't have Chris Venables, let's not forget. And I'm hoping he'll sort of slot right in there as sort of back up to Henry Jones in that position. So that's the transfer window done. I think that's probably all our transfer business, to be honest, unless we can get... We're sort of filled up. We have 4 loans. So that's our 4 loans done now. I don't think there'll be too much else. I'm not envisioning signing anybody, but you never know. Something might come up, a free transfer, and we can snap it up. Now, this is a huge game. You can see New Saints are playing at home to Newtown. Newtown are bottom of the league, so it's as close to as a win as you can get. So we are away to third in the league. This is a big game for us. They're a balanced standard playing style. We know that about Cardiff Met Uni. This is how we're expecting them to play. You can see this is how they played when they beat Barrytown. We also know that they've just beaten the New Saints. So they are a good team. You can see the goalkeeper likes to have a lot of the ball there, doesn't he? Passing network, key passes there as well. They go long and they cross them in. So it's a little bit difficult to set up for. This is the team we're sending out. We're going back to moral length, full strength. It's Gray in goal. It's Kelly Glennon to make his debut with Williams and Nichols. The other guy, he's out for about a week. 9 days to 12 days. So he's not available for this episode. Vieira and Gossé link up again in midfield. We're going to give Bray a game on the right. That is because Edwards is match fatigued, as is Bussenbrew, so they're not really available for this one. So Bray's going to come on. He's let us down every time he's played so far. Maybe this is the day that he shows he is actually a decent player. Jones comes back in along with Neto. It's Allmark up top with the Bussenbrew match fatigueness. We need a big game from Allmark. We need goals. So there we go. Cardiff Met Uni are lining up as expected. We can see we've got the one debutant there in Glennon. Hopefully he'll have a good debut for us. Expect to prove a point today. Let's go down to where the favourites can see the fans of performance. We're away from home. Ignore the recent praise. Go out there and play your natural game. Everybody's looking relaxed. Some calm. We have faith. And let's get out there. And let's see what we can do. It's the last game before the split, as I said. And it's a big test for us because... Well, like I say, we've just seen what Cardiff Met Uni have done to 2 of the other good teams in the league. So, yeah, let's see what we do. We've got an attacking free kick. Gossé stands over it. Where's Glennon, our big beast of a man? Oh, it's the other centre-back. Reece Williams gets his 3rd of the season, gives us an early lead, and that could be massive. That could be massive. Let's demand a little bit more. Gossé, again, He's only rated as like a 3.5 star player. I tell you what, he's arguably our best player. I would not trade him for the world. Well, maybe for Messi. But he just continues to defy his attributes, be a wonderful player for us. And as long as he keeps delivering, then we will keep giving him contracts, I think. He's done wonderfully well. Glennon's not done too bad so far for a debut, which is good. Here we go now. It's our centre-back over a free kick. I tell you what, our centre-back cannot take a free kick as well. What a goal from Reece Williams. He can score from a corner, and he can also, he's a David Luiz Jr., he can also knock one in from a free kick, and that's not the best angle for a free kick either. And look at the whip on that. Where's that been all season from Reece Williams? It is 2-0, and finally, we are putting on a decent display on YouTube. Another highlight, Fuller knocks it long. It should be easy there for Kelly. He goes back over top for Damien Allmark. Is he onside? That's the big question. He can finish, and he is onside. It's 14 this season for Allmark, and this is officially becoming a rout. Away from home against a very good team in Cardiff Met Uni, and we are 3-0 up inside the first half. It was just a touch, he's bent his run beautifully, I think, hasn't he? One touch to settle himself, and the second touch just finds the back of the net, because that's what Allmark does. 14 goals in his debut season. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Damien Allmark, he's one of our own. I had to finish it there. It's a little bit of, Sheldon have the, whatever it is, where you have to finish something. Anyway, The New Saints are being held so far by Newtown. Now, if that result can hold, that would be a stunning result for us. Expected to prove a point today. I'm going to say that you might be winning, boys. Don't get complacent. We'll celebrate at full time. Glennon, I mean, he's been solid on the boot. We haven't seen anything of him, and I think for a centre-back, that's pretty much as good as it gets. Bray, a 6'7". He's never done it for us yet. I do have him listed for loan. I'm just wondering if maybe, if we send him out on loan, if he'll get some football, and that might help his development. The problem that we have is that Waite's done okay out there, and we've seen Liam Edwards just come in and been an absolute star out there as well. So there hasn't really been an opening for him to play. And then the opportunity or two that I have given him, he's not. You can see here again a 6'6". He's not really taking the opportunities when they come for him either. So that becomes problematic at some point, but luckily for him, his teammates have done a good job for him here, and we can sort of carry him and try and get him through 90 minutes. There it is, Bray! Oh, I tell you what, he's heard me mouthing him. He's got his first ever Bala Town goal, and he's got it from a corner. I didn't expect that. Another assist for Denny Gossett. And there we go, Bray is off the mark. Not what I expected my winger to be doing, I'll be honest, getting on the end of a corner, but we'll take it. He's just supposed to be lurking there causing problems. But he's done a little bit more than that. And at 4-0, this helps the goal difference. Now, the big question is, has TNS broken down Newtown yet? I haven't seen a score come in. I will be honest, I haven't particularly been looking up there either. We will find out shortly. That is an absolutely stunning result away to, we're going to say don't get complacent, but away to the Met Uni. That's stunning. Really, really stunning. So Bala Town meet expectations in dominant win. Classy Williams, I tell you what, I didn't expect that free kick to come from our centre-back. That was amazing. There we go. We can see that the preparations, there we go, we've got the split now. Let's have a look. The New Saints did win. If we go to competitions here, that's what I want to go to. We can see there is still that 4-point gap. Now, the big question is, who do we play next? When do we play the New Saints? We've got, I'll tell you what, we've got the cup final coming up very, very soon here. So I tell you, next episode, we'll have to come straight back, won't we? Because we've got a cup final, and then we'll do the Welsh Cup 4th round as well. Or do we go to New Saints? Now, you know what we might do next episode is we might skip over the Welsh Cup. We might do Cardiff Met Uni in the cup final, and then at home to the New Saints, where we could go 7 points clear, or we could have our league cut to a point. That's going to be a massive, massive way to end the week. I'm already looking forward to that one, guys. If you have enjoyed this, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think of the new signings as well. And I will see you next time for a massive game. 2 massive games. We could win another cup. Take care.